to show you how to create a React.js based uh, web application. I mean, this could be most useful for a new developer, not for really advanced developer, but new developer can see how to create a React.js based application. So to begin with, to develop as like as any software, you need to have certain pre installed uh, application in your computer, right? So in order to develop a React.js based web applications, you need to have the Node.js programming in your computer. So Node.js is nothing but one of the programming language, something like a Java, Python, PHP, right? So whatever you do with a Java or a PHP, you can do the same kind of development with Node.js also. Okay, Node.js is one of the programming language in a simple words. So make sure you go ahead and download and install the Node.js. Node.js is available for Windows, Macintosh or Linux. I mean, it available in all operating systems. So just make sure it gets installed in your computer. So once you install, you open the command prompt or a terminal in your computer and go and type like a node dash dash version and to see whether Node.js is really installed. Maybe Windows user, once you install, you need to better restart or something like that. You see something like just a node, and you make sure that the node is installed, right? So once you install, then you can go ahead and create the React.js based applications. All right. So in order to create a React.js based application, so you need to understand that every programming language has a repository where developers go and contribute the codes, or new developer or even the experienced developer can go and pull the repository and take the existing library. For example, Java developers may use Maven repository, right? Um, Repository where you see today 33 million libraries freely available for Java developer, right? Maybe Ruby developers can go and find out in a Ruby gem where they can see millions of um, libraries are available here for them to download and install into their Ruby languages. In case you know Python community, they can go to PIP. For a Node.js, you need to go to the NPM. All right, NPM is a repository where all Node.js based libraries or frameworks are saved. I mean, it is available for you to just take and use it. Okay. Um, I can say today that no software today without any of this existing library, right? Because every experienced developer, they will always go ahead and pull the existing framework or a library in order to develop a software. Nobody will write anything from the scratch. If you're not using the framework or library, you cannot be really productive. Okay. Just here, in order to create a React.js based application, go ahead and find the I would say one of the Node um, uh, framework called Node create new app. Okay, so this is I would say that one of the npm package that will be helpful for creating a new applications. Okay, so in order to do that, make sure you install the npm I create app in your computer. All right, so just make sure go ahead and install in your computer. All right. um, I already installed. You can just copy this and go to your command prompt and just type uh, npm create npm I am going to install this globally so that it will be available in my command prompt anywhere. Okay, just hit enter. So it will, this is one of the command in your computer, so that is used to create React.js applications. All right, just I installed it. Okay. um, In order to create a React.js based application, I would strongly recommend using the Visual Code Studio. I guarantee you that that this is one of the best um, code editing application, or you can be really productive. Okay, just go and open the new window. All right. So in the new window, you go to the command prompt or the folder where you wanted to save your program. Okay, just open the terminal and type the pwd. I'm using Mac. I mean, in your case, you can use the, if it is a Windows or Linux, you just check your own OS based commands. Okay, so in my case, I'm going to go cd software and the node workspace. I mean, this is the folder I'm creating all my node based applications. Okay, I'm just going and opening the particular folder. You see this folder has many other applications. All right, so I'm just closing and going back to the Visual Code Studio. In order to create a React.js based application, you have they say that how to create an application, right? I mean, npm install create a new app. That's what I already installed right now, right? Some people may use I. Some people may use install, the full word. Both are really same. Okay. So once you've done it, they say that how to create a new app. You can simply go ahead and type this and with the app name. Okay. So this is the command they say. Just copy this, and go to your Visual Code Studio and type like a create a new app, and let's say, I mean, enter the name of the application. Okay, my first React app. I mean, that's application name. It could be any name, right? Don't worry, you just go and type whatever the name you want to, but make sure the application name is doesn't have any space. Okay, because React is going to, or node is going to create a folder for you. Within a folder it will create all necessary folder structure, right? Every software will have a set of folders inside, right? Like maybe a template or a models, or I mean, just leave it, just create hit this command, and you see it take a few seconds in order to create uh, the web application for you. So I'm sure you all, I mean, if you are new to React.js, you all thrilled that creating a first React.js application is really thrilling. Okay, just run this command and it will take a few minutes, and it will create a necessary directory structure and the basic application, I mean basic required packages in order to build any web application. All right, so I'll give a few minutes until it gets complete. All right, so your application will be ready in few minutes. All right, so assume you're developing either a static website or a website with a lot of user interfaces where the forms and the user inputs, like any other form based application or a banking software or a ticketing system. So whatever it is, just use a React.js, because React.js is uh, a superb framework today that you can build amazing uh, web applications in a shorter span of time. Okay, so once you've done it, you can go ahead and see, the new folder got created. If you go here, you can see my first React app folder, right? It automatically creates as you run the command. So anyway, I'm not going to do anything with this folder. I'm just showing you how it works. So now you get inside of the folder, the application name. Okay, here they say that in order to run this command, okay, all you need to just hit npm start. Okay, so when you hit npm start, it really um, going to um, run this application. You can use this terminal, or you can go to your, I mean, you can use the Visual Code Studio terminal here, or you can even go ahead and use your computer based terminal also. I mean, most of the time I'm running separately because I really use the code editor to be really just for a code editing, not really doing other aspect of I mean running the terminal and all. Okay, so I'm just going and opening this folder into my Visual Code Studio here. Okay, you see this this Visual Code Studio shows the all the folders inside of it. I mean, leaving them all now. Okay, just go ahead and go to the folder, my first, right, and npm start, right, that's a command it recommends, and just hit enter, and you know node will automatically start and show the application. This is the application it just created. Just one command. If you have a node.js already installed, just go ahead and click the create app and any application name. It just creates the application for you. It runs the website now. It's a local host. I mean, basically the web address, and under that the port name. I mean, leave this. You can, when you deploy, you can decide your own website and whatever. Okay. So now just go back. Okay, because you are seeing a folder where um, something with the basics, right? So now you're going to write something, and you're going to change this, right? Because this comes with the basic data. It says that you can start here with src entry.jsx, okay? And also the component you're looking that found here, the src component app.js, okay? So it just goes here, and they say that entry.jsx, and it got something here, and this is the entry because they say that React really start from this particular file. And if you go to the src app.js, so I mean, just to explain how it really does. So the entry.js is the first entry, right? When you hit the start application, right, um, the node really execute your React application. So when it compile, it just compiles or run this entry.jsx. So entry.jsx, okay, has like the CSS kind of file, and some library it imports, and it has a component. So component is nothing but every different page, every I mean, whatever you wanted to write as a separate pages, you can always use a component, because one of the bigger benefit with the React.js is that you can write a component, and you can import them anywhere. Okay, I mean, that's the whole idea, right? Any developer, they will write a function in one place and it will be called in many places, right? Likewise, components are let's say a function that you can write and you can call it anywhere. And this is where it starts, and it run the app component. Okay, so when it executes the entry, the app is the first component, and it just shows here. When you open the app, right, app is really under the component under um, app.jsx. Okay, you or just click this line, or you go ahead and open the app. This is the code. You mean, okay, so this is the code what you are seeing in this particular page. Okay, just go ahead and change, and what you wanted to be here, or whatever the text you wanted to, and just go ahead and type, let's say, this is my first app. Just save it, and as you save, you see React will really keep compiling your new code, and you can keep looking at the new code. Okay, so now I'm really going to write one application, I mean, some basic application. So as I told you, React.js is a framework in order to build a website, but whenever you wanted to develop UI inside of it, or I mean, every software really, um, you know, imported many other libraries to create the whole package. All right. So now I'm going to remove this particular app.js because I'm really going to build a web-like application here. Okay. So just leaving this, the return command really own or hold what to be displayed in the website. Okay, so I just remove this for now. All right, it will show error because return should have something to return, right? I just keep it, and open the command prompt, and make sure this is you are under the page. Today I'm also going to introduce the ant design. Okay, so if you're a new developer, you may confuse that I'm talking about a node.js, I'm talking about a react.js. Now I'm talking about ant design. Again, please keep in mind that every software that you see that made from, I would say that hundreds of different libraries, they just assemble everything together in a folder, then that's what you are getting a software. Okay, Node.js is underlying software language, and React.js is a framework for building the applications. So within it, I'm going to use ant.design in order to build my user interfaces. Okay, so you just come here and in order to install, let's say click get started, right? It says like that, and you see how to install, right? You can just go ahead and look at your npm like ant.design. Try to see whether the package is here. No, I don't find them. It could be like ant.design. Okay, I don't find them here. And the source, I mean, just go to the ant design and click the git, and they can give the clear command here how to install and all this. Okay, just go ahead and uh, copy this command. I mean, there are two commands. Okay, npm or yarn. I mean, let's not confuse about it. Just use npm. That's more than enough. Go to your source code and hit npm installed ant d. As you hit the code, you see there will be a package.json. Okay, the package.json is a manifest. It really hold the information of what are all the library you are using in this application, what is the name of the application, which version it is used, what is the description. I mean, who is author. I mean, it comes with a blank. That's okay. So but what you see here is this application is really, I mean, whatever you see right now in your application, this is made up of, there are many libraries already added into this particular website that you built. Okay, just go ahead and install the npm. As you install, you can see this ant design also um, will be added into the package, because node or the react really keep track of the list of library that you are using in this software, because tomorrow if you just commit this to the git and going in another computer, you are deploying, or you are pulling from another computer to further work on the software, this package manager will hold everything what you need to really install into the new computer, whatever. Okay, now you see I installed, right? So just go ahead and see, it says that ant design is installed with the 5.3.3. Okay, you don't need to save any of that, because as you run it will automatically manage this. You don't need to really edit any of this, and we can talk about this package file later. For now, just leave it. Okay, now you come back to the app, right? So here, in order to develop a software with ant design, just go ahead and look at ant design. Right now I'm going to show, you look at any application, the application will have some header, footer, some side menu, something like that, right? So just click the component and scroll down. There are various components. So every software is really a building blocks, right? It could be a button, form, breadcrumb, header, footer, menus, right? So the layout is the first part that you need to begin with. Okay, just scroll down. They say that, okay, if you need a software like just header and the center part of your application footer, you can use it like that. Or you want to be a like header and some sider where you may have some menus, and then component you can have it. So they give, or some application you would have seen that the menus always on the right side, right? So you can use this, or you can use this method, and also they given some examples how you can use. Okay, so this is like, you see, so this is the way you want an application, you can use this. um, so here there is no side menu, right? But here there is a really side menu, and I'm just looking at, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to really use here. Okay, this one has really like this, if it is a mobile kind of thing, you can use. But don't worry, if you use any of that, you can always go ahead and change even later in the course. Okay, so it's a software and agile, you can keep changing the way you want your application to be, right? So in this case, I'm gonna really use this one, and I like this. Maybe my application going to be like this. All right, so just go and click here. It will show the code of TypeScript or a JavaScript. Now I don't want to really confuse with a TypeScript or a JavaScript. Just follow JavaScript right now. So just to give an intro, TypeScript is nothing but it's again JavaScript, but it is really little advanced level of JavaScript, or it gives a more a structured flavor to the JavaScript. Okay, just leave the TypeScript right now. Just go ahead and copy the whole thing and paste in your code here. But before that, make sure certain things you cannot change, right? So you may not uh, you should not change the name of this file, because it is always important. The file name of app.jsx and app.js should be the same, right? I mean, it's a good practice. You always keep like that. And go here. Let's see whether they have a copy command in order to copy. Um, so go ahead and copy the code and come here and select all and replace. Okay. So I'm just done this, and you see it throws some error, right? I just wonder whether I copied the um, looked like I copied the uh, TypeScript rather the JavaScript. So this is all about, I mean, I'm going to really say JavaScript, which is really more flexible. I just copy this and paste this. Okay, right. Just save it. As you save, just come to your browser and you see the magic of your application. Oh wow, right? So my application has really like a menu, or the sub menu and some breadcrumb and some content, right? Um, okay, but why this is hanging in the middle, right? This it is really footer, it should go top, bottom, or something like that. So this has a menu. You can now go ahead and customize. Okay, let's say under the header there is a menu, and the sidebar there is something. You go here and see that there is items, right? You look at items. Items, they really create something with some standard loop of something. Okay, that we can show later. Okay, now I wanted to really increase this header. Okay, so a layout, header starts here, a layout again here, it starts with a cider, maybe. Okay, because it's a React.js, you can use the style something like this. And my height of the or height of the application is 100 vh or something. Okay, you see now it really, but it goes little scroll too far bottom, right? So instead of 100 vh, can we say 100%? I don't think it fits, right? Just go ahead and 100 vh vertical height or something, right? Just save it. Okay, now it's come down, and you can go ahead and change this. For example, sub menu, you wanted to change the name, you can change the name. Here you can edit. I mean, further, it's all about your app. You need to think what you're going to build. But this is the part that you wanted to really, you know, keep something different. Okay. Here, assume that you wanted to really show some forms kind of thing. Okay. You can build the whole form here, or you can create a form in a separate file and you can import here. Because see, always remember, don't write too much code in a single file, then it will become unmanageable. Okay, so now just save this. Okay, here go ahead and maybe create a new file, right? Let's say profile dot js profile.jsx. Okay, as you create, go ahead and look at how to build the form here. Okay, so let's say just search form. Okay, there is a form, and you can see variety of form. You can always go ahead and use what the way you want. Okay, you see that this is one of the form. All right, and you can use um, the way you want to. And this is what I'm telling you, React.js is really super handy, and you can build everything so fast. Okay, and just copy this code and paste this. This is the profile.jsx, and instead of app, I'm going to really use this as a profile, right? And it has the written command or something like that. And here, I mean, make sure when you When you create a constant, you need to export the same way. Okay, and now here you go and type profile, right? You are importing the external component. I would say that the profile is another file that you are writing, which you are importing into your app. Okay, and go ahead and see your code now. Okay, it has some error. It profile says undefined, right? All you need to import your profile here. Okay, import profile from profile, right? You import it, and now you got to see. Okay, you see, right? So you created an application. I mean, you can change all those menus and the header menu, but you see the form here, and the form comes with different variant. This is the beauty of and design. You can be really productive. You can just go ahead and create, additional forms. Say I wanted to um, uh, collect the name from the user, and you can type like say I need a, full name or a first name, right? Name. These things we can learn later. I mean, when you hit the payload, it will create based on the name you type here. Okay, and you may need the last name, right? And okay, you just go ahead and see that it just created the first name and last name, and of course, um, here, right? This one. Okay, so likewise, you can create your ReactJS application. I'm not really showing in this video how you can fill the form and submit, how it will be saved in the database in the backend using any other backend application like a Java or Python or whatsoever. But this is a basic example for you or for the ReactJS beginners to just kickstart how to develop a software. So here we discuss like the ReactJS and ant.design. Ant.design is nothing but a library to build the user interfaces like this. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you have any question, please type them in the comment section. I will try to answer your queries, or you can just book 15 minutes free session with me. I mean, I'm not really charging for a new user. You can block my calendar and you can come on Skype or whatever the Zoom channel, and you can raise your queries and you can discuss with me. Thank you. Bye.